What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be showing you the fastest way to change brake pads on the Sur-Ron. It's super simple. All you're going to need is a 2.5mm Allen key and a 5mm Allen key, some brake pads, and possibly some pliers. But before we get into the video, make sure you hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can be notified anytime I post Sur-Ron content. We've been posting daily, so you'll have new content every single day. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to loosen up the caliper a little bit. You don't have to take the whole thing off, but you should loosen it. If you try to put the brake pads on without loosening the caliper, you have the possibility to burn out your rotor, and you don't want to do that. Make sure you loosen up the caliper here with your 5mm Allen key, and then you're going to take your 2.5mm Allen key and you're going to loosen this bolt that holds the brake pads. It's supposed to have a little safety pin on the other side here, but I broke mine, so I don't have the safety pin. From my experience, you don't really need it. We pull that little bolt out, set that to the side so we don't lose it, and now we can just take the brake pads. You may need pliers to get these out. This time I did not need the pliers, they just came out super easily, and now we can just slide the new brake pads in. You just gotta wiggle it around a little bit. If you can't seem to fit the brake pad into the caliper, like I can't right now for some reason, then just undo the caliper. It'll make it a lot easier. Usually the brake pads slide right in. It's super simple to take off the caliper and put it back on, so it's not really a big deal. It's just a lot faster when you can actually just slide the brake pad in without taking the caliper all the way off. Sometimes the Sur-Ron doesn't want to cooperate, so you just take the caliper off and put it in this way. So make sure the holes of the brake pads and the bracket are aligned with the holes of the caliper. Take your little bolt you unscrewed and get that back in there and finger tighten it a little bit. Don't tighten it all the way until you get the caliper back on there. Get the caliper back on the rotor. Finger tighten these ones as well. You don't want to tighten everything down just yet because you're going to want to align the caliper with the rotor, so just finger tightening everything is going to be the best bet for now. Now that you got the caliper on there, hand tightened, you want to tighten this bolt that holds the brake pads the rest of the way. And then what you want to do before you tighten these bolts on your caliper is you want to come over here to your brakes, depending which one you're doing, the front or the back. I'm doing the back brake, so I'm going to squeeze the back brake, and then I'm going to start to tighten these caliper bolts little by little. So we're going to tighten them a little bit, not too much, and then we're going to let go of the brake for a second, and then we're going to squeeze the brake again, tighten it a little more, let go of the brake one more time, grab that brake one more time, and tighten it the rest of the way. You don't have to do that. I've just had a lot of issues with my brake pads rubbing on my rotors, so I like to try to make sure they're as aligned as possible. And boom, once you got everything tight, your brake pads are done. Very simple, very easy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.